Hey guys, I have another book haul for you today. So let's get going with this book haul. I have 10 books here that I would like to share with you guys. First, I have The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick, and this is currently a TV show that airs on Amazon, and I love the TV show, you guys. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. If you haven't watched it already, you need to go watch it, okay? So yeah, the show is based off of this very tiny book, and if you don't know what The Man in the High Castle is about, it takes place somewhere in about the 1960s, and it's an alternate reality, essentially. And in this particular reality, the Axis powers won World War II. So yeah, what you essentially see, especially in the show, because I'm assuming the book is the same as well, you see that the Japanese and the Germans are pretty much in control of the entire globe for the most part. So I definitely cannot wait to get to this book. I hope it's really good. I hear that it's quite a bit different from the TV show, because the TV show takes a lot of creative liberties, and since it is a TV show after all, and this is a very tiny book. So I hope I enjoy this. And as far as Philip K. Dick goes, I have read, how many books? I have read a couple books by him, but I can't quite think what books I have read by him. But I know I've read a couple, because I read a couple when I was in college, and I remember liking the books, so I should like this as well. Next, Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, Book 2 in the Dark Artifices series. And of course, I can't really go into spoilers about this, or give a summary, because I just give away spoilers, I suppose. And yeah, this is just set in the Shadowhunter universe. If you don't already know, really not much more to say other than that. It takes place in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Institute. And is it just me? I don't particularly like this cover that much. I think the first book had a gorgeous cover, and then this book is just really weird. There's too much black space here. You know what I mean? There's just too much space here. It's kind of distracting. Next, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. And I have been dying to get my hands on a copy of The Count of Monte Cristo, you guys. I watched that movie back in the early 2000s, I want to say. The movie with Jim Caviezel and Guy Pearce. I freaking love that movie. It's easily one of my favorite movies. I don't know why people hate that movie so much, because I love that movie. And yeah, this is gigantic. This edition is over 1,000 pages. And I really enjoyed The Three Musketeers, so I'm hoping I enjoy this as well. And if you don't know what The Count of Monte Cristo is about, it's about this young man who ends up getting framed for something. So he gets imprisoned for a very long amount of time, and when he gets out of prison finally, he finds himself like this vast treasure hold of gold, and he labels himself the Count of Monte Cristo. And yeah, his whole thing after getting out of jail and getting this amount of money, this large amount of money, he seeks vengeance against those who wronged him, the people who put him in jail to begin with. So yeah, a really thrilling and exciting story, and I cannot wait to get to this. Next, The Women in the Castle by Jessica Shattuck, and this is historical fiction. It takes place, I think it takes place a little after World War II, and yeah, it's just following this group of women who, they live in this abandoned castle, I think, and the thing that all of these women share, they're all widows of a group of men who tried to assassinate Hitler, I think is what the basic plot line is. And yeah, this sounds really good. A really good feminist piece as well. Next, I have Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. This is a contemporary mystery thriller. It takes place in England. And this takes place in this small English town. And there's been this series of deaths that have occurred. All of these women have wound up in this river for whatever reason. The big mystery: have these women committed suicide? Were these women murdered? And yeah, and it kind of goes back generations, because we also find out, like, when witch hunts were going on, that a lot of women were thrown into this river, you know, back in the day, a big test to prove whether or not you were a witch or not. They would drown you, and if you floated, you were a witch, or you weren't a witch, something like that. I can't remember the details. So yeah, this book has a lot of deep context going on within it, kind of being more than just a mystery thriller of sorts. And I have read this book, and I liked it. It was really good. I liked it pretty much the same as I did from Paula Hawkins, her other book, The Girl on the Train. I like this just as much. I think this was a pretty good mystery thriller. Nothing really new about it, but I still really enjoyed it. Next, A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. The third book in this series. I cannot wait to get to this book, you guys. It's absolutely killing me. And yeah, this is young adult fantasy taking place in this fantasy realm, dealing with fairies and whatnot. A sort of Beauty and the Beast retelling, if you will. And yeah, things got pretty deep. Things got intense in the second book. I can't wait to get to this third book. I'm worried everyone's dying, you guys. Everyone's dying, aren't they? And then the last batch of books that I have here are books that I stole from my sister's room, and I just wanted an excuse to put them in a book haul here. And yeah, this next little batch is just a couple Star Wars related books that I would like to read in the future. The first two that I have here are graphic novels, and these are about Kanan, from the Star Wars Rebels animated series, and I love Kanan in that cartoon series. He's one of my favorite characters. So yeah, when my sister said, hey, there's some graphic novels about him, I was like, hell yeah, I gotta read those. Next, I have Catalyst, a Rogue One novel by James Luceno. And like it says, a Rogue One novel. This takes place, my understanding, like a sort of prequel to Rogue One, you know, which is interesting because Rogue One is like a prequel to the original movies, and this book is a prequel to the prequel. That's kind of weird now that I think about it. But yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about this book from other Star Wars fans, so I definitely want to read this. Next, I'm pretty excited about this one because y'all know how much I love villains, and this is Thrawn by Timothy Zahn. And Thrawn is kind of a major Star Wars villain, especially in the old extended universe books. Which once Disney bought Star Wars, they kind of eliminated those series of books. But apparently Thrawn was a very popular character in those books. But they have brought him back into the new extended universe. And Thrawn is he's also been a major player in the Rebels animated TV series. I really love him on that. He's an awesome villain, you guys. He's super creepy and weird. And yeah, I cannot wait to get to this. So yeah, that's it for my book haul. You guys, do you guys want to read any of these books? Have you read any of them? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.